Welcome to Owl the Storyteller, where today we are stepping back in time. We are journeying to the fabulous High Belle Époque. This era spanned roughly from 1890 to the turn of the 20th century, around 1900. It was a period of immense optimism in Europe, particularly in Paris. People marveled at new inventions and industrial progress. Fashion became a dazzling display of wealth and artistry, a true spectacle for the eyes. For the wealthy women of this time, their clothing was a key part of their identity. Their elaborate gowns were a testament to their husband's or father's success. Imagine the grand balls, the promenades in the park, the visits to the opera. Each occasion demanded a specific and often breathtaking ensemble. The silhouette was distinctive, and achieving it required considerable engineering. In this exploration, we are going to look beyond the beautiful surface. We will delve into the very construction of these magnificent garments. How were these incredible shapes achieved? What hidden structures and clever techniques did the dressmakers, the couturiers, employ? So let us begin our journey into this fascinating world of sartorial splendor. At the very foundation of the High Belle Époque silhouette was the corset. This was not a garment for the faint-hearted. Around the 1890s, the desired shape was the S-bend or S-curve silhouette. This particular style of corset was designed to thrust the bust prominently forward. It also pushed the hips backwards, creating an exaggerated, statuesque posture. The construction of these corsets was a highly skilled affair. They were typically made from strong, unyielding fabrics like coutil. Channels were meticulously stitched into the corset. Into these channels, stiffeners known as boning were inserted. The corsets were laced tightly at the back, pulling the figure into the fashionable shape. Over this rigidly sculpted foundation, the bodice was constructed. Bodices of the 1890s were incredibly fitted, molding to the corseted torso like a second skin. Achieving this perfect fit required immense skill. One of the most recognizable features of High Belle Époque fashion, particularly in the mid-1890s, was the sleeve. We are talking about the magnificent gigot sleeve, also known as the leg-of-mutton sleeve. These sleeves started to expand in the early part of the decade. By around 1895 to 1896, they had reached truly enormous proportions. Constructing these colossal sleeves was quite an undertaking. They consumed vast quantities of fabric. To achieve and maintain their impressive volume, internal supports were essential. Dressmakers used materials like stiffened buckram, a coarse linen or cotton fabric, to create an underlying structure. The sleeve then had to be artfully set into the arm side, the opening for the arm, often with intricate pleating or gathering to control the fullness and ensure it stood out correctly. The skirts of this period also had a very distinct shape. They were designed to complement the S-bend torso and the voluminous sleeves. The typical skirt was gored. This technique allowed the skirt to fit smoothly over the hips without adding bulk at the waist. The art of adornments, decorative techniques, and luxurious textiles. The High Belle Époque was an era that truly reveled in decoration. Surface embellishment was not merely an afterthought. It was an integral part of the design. These elaborate details were a clear indicator of wealth and social standing. Evening gowns, in particular, were canvases for the most exquisite and lavish decorative work. A multitude of decorative techniques were employed by the talented artisans of the time. Lace was incredibly popular, with varieties like delicate Irish crochet, intricate Brussels lace, and fine Alençon lace being highly prized. Embroidery was another key feature, often executed in rich silk threads, shimmering metallic threads, or chenille for a velvety texture. Beading was used extensively, with tiny jet beads creating dramatic black embellishments, or pearls and glass beads adding sparkle and opulence. The choice of textiles was paramount in achieving the desired look and feel of Belle Époque fashion. Luxurious fabrics were favored, reflecting the opulence of the era. Silks in various weaves were incredibly popular. Gleaming satin, crisp taffeta, rich file, diaphanous chiffon for frothy details, and sumptuous velvet for evening wear. The interplay of different textures was also a key design element. Engineering elegance, the enduring legacy of Belle Époque construction. To summarize, the fashion of the High Belle Époque from 1890 to 1900 was a remarkable feat of engineering. The creation of these garments went far beyond simple sewing. It involved a deep understanding of structure, material properties, and the human form, albeit a human form reshaped by corsetry. The couturiers, dressmakers, and seamstresses of this period were highly skilled technicians as well as artists. They meticulously built each gown, often with complex internal structures, to achieve the dramatic and demanding silhouettes that defined the era. From the boned corsets to the supported sleeves, every element was carefully considered and expertly executed. These clothes were undoubtedly demanding to wear. The rigid corsetry dictated posture, restricting movement and even breathing to some extent. Despite this move towards greater simplicity, the construction techniques of the High Belle Époque left an indelible mark on fashion history. The period represents a pinnacle of structured, ornate garment creation, showcasing an extraordinary level of craftsmanship that is still admired today. The dedication to detail, the understanding of how to manipulate fabric, and the sheer ambition of these designs serve as a rich resource and a reminder of fashion's power as a highly skilled, engineered art form. Like and subscribe for supporting us.